What's up, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of So What You Hear. I'm Jay.
I'm Craig.
Tiff.
And we are finally down to the last couple of days before the Super Bowl.
Season's almost over.
Season's over. This Super Bowl sucks already. Hasn't even happened yet. I'm like, this sucks. Like, they could literally have the greatest game of all time, and it's going to be like,
It has to be the greatest game of all time.
I'm not interested in who wins or who loses, honestly.
at all.
Either way, I think I'm going to be unhappy.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be like, okay.
Because if Philly wins, I'm going to have to hear it a lot.
I mean, to hear the arrogance of Travis Kelce and Andy Reid and them act like there's not been controversial calls that have gotten them where they are, to the point where the NFL is literally making rule changes to fix things next year. We've been asking for them to chip the ball so that we don't have to do these BS spots for first down and touchdowns forever. Yeah, they have to now because the whole world saw y'all jip Buffalo. And then for somebody like Travis Kelce to have the audacity and narcissism to sit there and go, why are y'all leaning into this like it's a thing? Like, if you had the humility to be like, it's been kind of crazy. Some of these calls have been kind of iffy and stuff. But, sometimes it don't. I might give a little more of like, maybe this isn't a thing. Like, it just, you're right. Winning teams do seem to get calls their way. But when y'all keep trying to act like it's absurd that people think this way, when, literally there's entire,
everyone thinks this way. There's people who have...
Everybody.
Kansas City fans feel like they know that they get something.
Yeah.
And people I don't care either team. And
you do not beat Buffalo if it's not from help from the refs. You were starting to lose to Houston, and then the refs started making those weird calls, and then y'all ran away with that. You do not lose they lost one game?
It started with the first game.
Well, the only game they
lost two because the Broncos, they
lost 2 games. There's 5 games inside that people are like,
that first game
a very bad call is the only reason. And that's the thing. It's not like they go back and review it and are like, we think the call was fine. They're coming back and they're like, yeah, that wasn't the right call. So clearly you're getting bad calls and it's causing y'all to win.
And it's usually the momentum changer where everything kind of shifts. Yeah.
Because it wasn't at the end of the game. It wasn't crunch time when they did it to Houston. But Houston was starting to kind of pick up a momentum to push, and they just shut it down.
I forget, there was one game where it was at the end. It was like...
Well, Buffalo, the 2 first downs that they clearly got and they didn't give them.
Yeah, it was a regular... I cannot think. It was a regular season game where...
Cleveland had... Was it Cleveland or Cincinnati that had that BS pass interference? Where they both jumped for the ball and they bumped each other and they called... I think it was Cincinnati. That's the only reason they won that game. Because, I don't count the Baltimore one because his foot was out. His toe was out. It just is what it is. Yeah. But, there's, 3 or 4 more games where it's that shouldn't have happened like that. That shouldn't have happened like that.
Phantom holding calls.
Either pass interference, phantom
holdings,
or jumping off.
When Josh Allen threw that ball for Dalton Kincaid, they threw a flag. On what? And then when he threw it incomplete, suddenly there's just no flag?
But, it was blocking the back all the way down.
On that kick return. Xavier really did not catch that ball.
They started counting the block in the back. It was insane.
Don't.
4,
yeah.
I think.
It
was crazy. So
don't try to act like we're stupid.
Well, I think they could promise this now because if they get the 3-peat, then
they don't care.
I don't think they care.
But see, this is going to piss Kansas City off because this is what happens with delusional, spoiled children. They actually think it's them. So when they win this year, and next year comes and these new rules are implemented, and they're losing regularly, they're not going to do it man, these refs, I don't know what they're doing, man. We're so sick. You're going to hear them complaining about refs all year. Whereas the last 2 years, it's been, y'all are ridiculous. There's nothing wrong with these refs. And that's what spoiled children do. You're selfish because I didn't get my way.
Yeah. So that's all I'll say about that.
But we're going to go ahead and get more on the Super Bowl Saturday and make our official picks and everything, like we always do the day before. But there's been a couple of crazy things happening in the last, early part of this week.
Yeah.
Minor crazy.
Minor crazy.
Pete Carroll's picked Chip Kelly. Took him out of Ohio State and brought him up to be his OC.
I was a little surprised.
I don't understand, like you said earlier, they have 2 different philosophies when it comes to running offense. But maybe Chip also knows from being a head coach that his normal offense doesn't work at this level. shouldn't say it doesn't work. It just tires out your defense, and you got there's a way. There's an easy way to beat the way.
But once people figured out the key to beating it, that was it. Like, it was nothing else.
It's going to be interesting to see how.
And in college, he was able to just throw every down.
Yeah. So my thing is, it's going to be interesting to see how he now retranslate back into the NFL as an offensive coordinator with Pete Carroll telling him, "Oh, let's not go."
Yeah.
So
it's a lot less pressure, I think.
I mean, it is.
Well,
and
we
also,
already know Pete Carroll doesn't mind throwing the ball when you shouldn't.
They don't have a quarterback. Their run game is questionable. They have a whole bunch of holes to fill in Las Vegas. Yeah. So it looks very.
It's going to be an uphill battle one way or another, and I don't know if Chip Kelly is.
Did they even get his DC yet? I don't think so.
Why do I think? I don't know.
I haven't seen it, but it wasn't a big deal to us.
Yeah, because I'm
I'm not expecting anything too much from this. It's just we'll see when the season starts and see how they play. But
I mean, you can't expect teams to turn around in a year. So
some do, but I don't. I feel like you should give them at least 2 years, no matter how bad they are.
Sometimes 3.
Yeah, they have too many glaring holes to be able to fix in a year. Thing is, though, do you think Pete Carroll can fix that amount of time? I mean, the man's 74. 3 years is not enough time for somebody his age to really fix that. I mean no harm. It's just...
Yeah. But I've heard he don't act like he's...
That's why I hear
up before everybody, more active, more energy. Like the young guys are like, dog, I'm tired. And he's like, I'm all right, let's go.
Older people don't sleep. They usually
but he's by the end of the day, he's still running at that tempo.
Trump doesn't sleep.
Yeah, but I mean, by the end of the day, he's still running at that tempo, and it's kind of crazy.
Yep, high octane. But I don't know.
I think I'll be more like Biden if I make it to. Like, I'm ready to go to sleep. 4 p.m.
Yeah, dinner at 3.
Yeah, you're already like that.
Yeah, that's how I know.
Yeah, so no. Well, I mean that's lackluster, but. We were talking about these trades, though. Some possible trades. People trade.
Yeah.
Trade bait.
Trade bait.
Yeah.
Well, your boy Cooper Kupp, I think, is definite.
He wants Cooper Kupp so bad. This is all he's been talking about.
No, but I don't want Kupp if I don't get Stafford. But
you would take Kupp even without Stafford.
Well, I mean, okay,
Don't do that.
Yeah, he's a really good receiving threat.
When he's healthy.
Yeah.
And he's been getting injured a lot lately since that great
season. He
has
some help, though. There's with the Giants, there's places to go. Y'all just need a quarterback.
By the way, Giants rumors, heard Jameis wants to come play for y'all because he loves Dayball.
Yeah, that conversation came up because Jameis asked Saquon. Ooh. He was interviewing him, and he was like, where should I go? And he was like, you should go to New York.
Really?
He was like, Dayball will get you right. Because then they were trying to report it like he was throwing shade at New York, and he ended up coming back like,
where's the shade?
I told him Dayball is going to get him right. Like, where's the shade?
So I really think shade is you.
Yeah, I think you assume I think they suck that bad. I mean, dude, our team with 4 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, we could be a first-round playoff and then give whoever we draft a real shot to, become a quarterback.
You think that's Jameson, though? I like him as a person.
He's inspirational. And he can give you some excitement.
I like him as a personal, but I don't. I think it's time to retire. I don't think we quite have.
He asked the Lord to remove the pick sixes from his life.
And yet sometimes that's our trials. And
what does Scooter Magruder say? God can do anything.
Yes. Amen.
But
and then the biggest one was Myles.
Myles Garrett has asked for, because that's the difference between Kupp and Myles. Kupp came out and was like, the team said they're trading me.
Yeah. Okay. Myles like, I'm ready
Which
to go.
means chances are, if 2 teams call and say, look, I'll give you a 5th round. All right, fine, go. They you know what I mean? Myles has 2 years on his contract, and he's telling Cleveland, I don't want to play.
He wants a Super Bowl, and he knows you would not get one of those.
In Cleveland, you're not.
Yeah, like...
Well, Cleveland, at least he'll be in your Ring of Honor. I mean, he's probably the greatest defensive player they've had since.
Hey, he's one of the greatest defensive players anybody's had. That's what's so, that's why people think this is going to happen, because...
Where do you think he's going to go?
Oh, okay. What team? Honestly, the only team that we could come up with was the Commanders, because they're
I could see Buffalo wanting him.
No, because the Lions are not going to be able to give up.
I don't know if they could afford the draft capital and the contract on him with everybody else they're going to have to deal with.
I mean,
The Vikings.
That's a possibility. But do you really see the Vikings as a Super Bowl?
They look good last year. They look very good last year.
And you don't know how McCarthy coming back could be. If Darnold's not quite up to par.
This Buffalo, they need to beat Kansas City.
I can see Chicago make a splash there. I just thought about it.
I wouldn't go to Chicago.
I don't know.
He might as well stay in with the Browns.
Yeah.
Bailey Johnson, you never know.
He might as well stay in
If
Cleveland.
I was him, I'd have to see it work before
I
I'd
would
agree
stay
to
in
go
Cleveland. Why even move?
That's true.
Now, I don't know. If I could have the chance of Cleveland or Chicago, where at least in Chicago I might have a chance for a miracle, I'd screw that.
You might as I like Chicago.
Yeah. And if I said, where do you want to live, Chicago or Cleveland?
Neither. I would not want the murder cat. Neither.
You don't have to live in O Block.
I don't want to live either, so that's not a good question.
I had a new move to New York. I don't want to move to the Bronx. Like, well, don't move to that part then.
Where else are you gonna go in Chicago?
The suburbs.
You ain't gonna move to the suburbs.
He got money. What the fuck he gonna stay? Yeah, he got some
Come
money.
on, man.
I don't know. The people gonna be
I'm
mad
trying
at
to
me.
think. Commanders makes the most
Commanders
sense.
have the most money to offer him a big contract. They kind of have all their positional pieces.
I don't think they're gonna do it again.
Ooh, Houston
It's
be
a
decent too.
Houston would be decent.
Houston would be good.
Houston would be a good one.
I wouldn't even do it in Dallas.
Green Bay's another team that could maybe take a shot. Pretty much all of the NFC North.
You don't think Buffalo though?
What they have to give up to give him, I just don't see it happening.
Yeah. Because they need to beat Kansas
They
City.
could pull a Luka.
No.
I mean, that's pretty much what that trade is. Give you Josh Allen for Myles Garrett.
They don't give up Josh Allen.
Oh, that's what the Mavericks just did.
Well, they're not giving.
They gave up
Josh Allen.
Luka for
but
80.
Yeah. Look.
I don't even know if I equivalent AD and Myles Garrett.
I don't think that's the same thing. Because, no, I don't think that's
I
the same
think
thing.
Myles Garrett's a better trade.
I think Amari.
That's
I think trading Amari back and getting Myles be like, what?
Oh, no. That's a loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the way around, it's a loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said it.
Let's see. I'm almost just thinking.
I mean, Cincinnati could use him.
Okay.
Well, they got Hubbard.
But they're not going to give. But Cleveland's not going to trade him in division.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't. That's true.
Hell no.
I
So
wouldn't.
you see him twice a year?
Yeah.
Hell no.
So that rules out Pittsburgh, Baltimore, and Cincy.
Yep.
You might not want to trade him in conference, which then puts.
Oh, you go to the Broncos.
Could go to the Broncos. They could use
They
that.
might be good.
And, yeah, they were
Chargers.
showing some.
Ooh, that's another good coach.
That's another one. Harbaugh could definitely use him the right way. He knows how to put that together.
The AFC West could be. He's not going to the Raiders, and there's no fucking way the Chiefs take him. So. There's no way.
Yeah, he would definitely get a 4-peat, but
They might want that 4P.
Chris Jones and Myles Garrett with a defense with Spagnuolo. Oh my God, could you imagine what Spagnuolo would be able to do with Myles Garrett?
I don't think Cleveland would do that.
Very easy for him. Well, it'd be easy. I would trade somebody like.
It's not like Spags doesn't have experience with top-notch pass rushers.
And Philly wouldn't have any space either, right?
Philly,
Philly's-
pass rush up front is one of the things that they
got-
100% don't need. They've got like 5 guys at each position.
Okay. I'm just trying to think of
But yeah.
I'm trying to think of Super Bowl contending. Like, who did he think he can go to and get just? I'm gonna get a Super Bowl, and that's what I'm trying to
Micah
think.
and Miles off the edges.
You think Dallas? He's not going.
I mean, part of your bad season this year was Dak getting hurt. Part of it.
Him not knowing what team he played for.
That's true.
Look, I don't know.
He just kept giving. I mean, McCarthy might have been the problem with our offense though, because they were his
Niners
plays.
could offload somebody.
I have heard people talking about the Niners.
Niners
I forgot about the 49ers.
Niners could
and they were
offload.
winning even when they shouldn't still be winning.
And they could offload. They got plenty of people to give to the Browns.
Warner,
Yeah,
Bosa.
Yeah, I didn't even think about. Yeah, that's
You
true.
can go on the offensive side, and you could probably move Debo.
Yeah.
They're not gonna get rid
Kittle.
of Debo. They're not getting rid of Kittle.
Christian McCaffrey's been having a lot of injuries, and that new kid.
I don't think you're gonna have to get rid.
Isaac Randall.
I don't
Well,
see if he
Guerrero
making
and
another
Mason.
year.
Oh yeah.
You think McCarthy? He's been playing another year. He could not. He's
But that's what
in
I'm saying.
bad shape.
That's why they would possibly trade him.
Would you take him? Do you think they'll like take him because his name, not knowing that
he's?
Well, Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb was just getting his feet back on him. Last year, when he came back.
Yeah, that's true.
He just came back from a knee injury and all that. No, I don't see that happening.
Oh yeah, he is.
But and the Njoku's there. I can see them definitely getting a receiver. They can get somebody.
So maybe a Debo.
Debo, or they might get fucking rid of Ayuk. Give him under that contract.
Ayuk, I don't see them getting rid of Debo.
Ayuk, get rid of that
I don't see it either, but I mean,
get rid of
Debo,
Ayuk.
their workhorse.
I need to get rid of Ayuk underneath the contract because they got Pearsall. He works fine in their
They just paid Ayuk though, didn't they?
Yeah, get him under that
but
contract.
that gets out of that contract. For a Myles Garrett, you don't need as much offense.
Yeah.
God. Myles Garrett, Fred Warner, Nick Bosa.
Greenlaw.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. You don't want to see that. I wouldn't want to see that defense.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
That's insane. I don't know how they make that work, but I can see Myles Garrett like, I'll take a little pay cut for coming out here and playing.
He said he don't care about the money.
Yeah, he's not worried about it.
Yeah, that's what he said. He
made enough.
He wants to get out of
He's like, he can't be sure he's going to get out because he doesn't know if they're going to let him go.
Uh-huh.
But it is not a money situation if he ends up staying in Cleveland. That's exactly what he said.
I guess I don't see him going to Dallas. That would be smart. And yeah.
What if he was like, y'all can restructure my contract. I need to get out of here. Because sometimes he'd be like, I'll do it. I'll save you money. But I want to go.
I don't know.
Depends how bad he really wants to. He wants to go. That if it's not about the money, restructure and send me away.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
Because you're saving a little bit of money from this. Restructure, I'll sign or whatever we got to do. Let me go.
And he wants to go. Nobody wants to deal with a disgruntled player anyway. A lot of times they don't like.
Yeah.
When their heart's not.
Better off trading him because you're not going to release him.
Yeah.
No.
You don't want him to get hurt.
Yeah. So.
And that defense ain't nothing with him not there.
But they're not great anyway. So, I mean, they need so much stuff.
That is true.
Yeah, I mean, so
they need to bolster that line. They need a quarterback.
They got their best bet is to get him and get some draft capital and one decent building block. That's the best I would say you probably get from Myles Garrett. I mean, I know you're gonna want a first for him, but realistically, I'd get a pair of 2s, a 4 and a 5, and get you a player. I'm serious.
Yeah.
Build up that way.
That'd be interesting. I'm curious.
That definitely sparked the interest. That's
So Stafford's staying another year, but is he staying
at least a year? Nobody knows if that means he's going to stay in.
The only reason I don't see it happening is because his wife is tired. Doesn't want to uproot because they were in Detroit for so long. She's been here for a little bit. I don't know if she's going to uproot her and the girls again.
If they get rid of him, then you're uprooting. I mean, you can stay where you are, and he just go back and forth. That a lot of people, like DeMarcus Ware, did that. He still had his house in Texas when he was in Denver.
Played in Denver and then came home.
Ooh, it'd be interesting to see. Like this is definitely speculation, but as we get closer and closer into the new, because remember the new season starts in March.
I think so. Yeah.
So that's probably when we'll start seeing all the big
announcements,
proposals and stuff. Yeah.
So what else we got? What we got?
That's actually, other than the game coming up this weekend, it's still been a little dead. It's been a little weird. That's why the Myles Garrett thing and the Cooper Kupp thing was so like, oh wow, because it wasn't even just that it's nothing's been happening. Nothing should be happening.
Yeah. Oh, we were wrong. There was 2 parts to the Pro Bowl, and we didn't realize. So some of the stuff we were talking about, they
ended up doing
Sunday.
The sled push and
it was a lot of fun too.
Tug of war was Sunday.
They had the kids out at the end. They had everybody. They had what's Peyton's son through. He's gonna be.
I'll look it up and show you. Oh my God.
He's gonna throw the ball.
Oh man,
darts.
This
just
beautiful
perfect
pass.
Dimes.
So
and he's like 10.
We gonna see him about.
Who was it? His 2 sons. He pushed the baby.
Very geekle.
Oh my God,
they're playing catch, and the younger one throws the ball when the slightly bigger one wasn't paying attention. It hit him in his face, and he goes, it just pushes him to the ground.
Pushed the baby. I was like,
oh yeah,
it was great. It was so fun.
That's a brotherly thing.
Yeah,
and Eli won again.
Of course he did.
Oh no, they dominated.
demolished
They beat him in the games. They beat him in the game. Like NFC just dominated from top to bottom.
It was NFC. It's just that's what we
Peyton
do.
doesn't know if he's going to be back. He's like, I don't know if they're going to have to coach anymore.
I don't know if head coaching is in my.
I can't see him to win.
Yeah, and that is why he's going to be commissioner. I control everything.
Yeah.
And his little brother might be in the Hall of Fame too.
I hope Eli gets it. I think he's going to get first.
I love Eli. When they had
all the stuff they've done for football, because it's not just the game. It's not what you've done in the game. It's also what you've done for the game.
Well, back in the day, when he said, they asked him, was he an elite quarterback? And he was like, yeah. They was like, can you believe he think he's an elite quarterback? And I'm like, even this is back then, I'm like, how is he not an elite quarterback? He's won not one, but 2 Super Bowls. How many multiple Super Bowls
MVPs
quarterbacks are there? And he's the MVP.
2 Super Bowl MVPs.
He has like the most memorable catches of the Super Bowl. And then he have, like you said, like he has like the quarterback training they do in the summer and stuff. Like, yeah,
his numbers were always top 10, top 5 in the league when he was in.
And rushing too, and he
because everybody he's getting the recognition because he's Peyton's brother. He only gets the hate because he's Peyton's brother.
I mean, he had 2 Super Bowls before his brother.
Yeah.
Like,
and he seemed to conquer Brady very well.
He took care of Brady in the playoffs way before Peyton could.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I've always I don't understand how he's not an elite quarterback. So I think this is gonna be simple.
Yeah,
personally. But no, I enjoyed the Pro Bowl this year. I did.
There was fun aspects. There's some other stuff I think they're gonna have to.
Yes, Debbie Downer. The glass could be half
but,
full, but I enjoyed it, which is what counts.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
It's alright.
But Craig, who I did, wasn't even watch it. So I mean,
he definitely was like, "Yeah, we gotta watch the Pro Bowl." I'm like, "Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, we gotta talk about it and everything." So you watch? Yeah, no, I ain't watching it all.
He didn't watch both days. How?
Okay.
Not even a lick.
But I'm glad you were here, though. Just the same. That's all that matters. So what we got? That's it, right?
I think that's about it for this one. We'll be
seeing y'all Saturday.
Seeing us Saturday for the actual picks on the Super Bowl.
And we will also know who's in the Hall of Fame by then too.
Yeah, we will.
So like, share, subscribe.
Hit us on X. Hit us on Instagram, and we'll holler at y'all next time. All right. Peace.